Hey everyone, Jason Case here with another video, and today I want to talk about a recent algorithm update by Google last week that they just confirmed, and they said this is a broad core update. So what this means is this is bigger than their normal updates. They usually update their algorithm a couple times a day on average. So these are small updates, but a few times a year they make larger updates, which they call broad core updates, and these are more significant changes. And usually these updates, you'll see usually some kind of impact in your rankings and in your analytic data swings. So if you saw a drop-off in website traffic last week, then you could have been impacted by this. So what I want to talk about in this video is how you can better prepare your website for these larger algorithm updates, and hopefully you won't see the impact by this, because if you see a huge drop-off in traffic, and this is one of your big marketing strategies, this could have a huge impact on your revenue streams. So they said if you saw a loss in rankings, Google said there's nothing that you need to do. Just keep pumping out more quality content. So again, what they're trying to do is provide their users with a relevant experience. So in order to prepare for these algorithm updates in the future, what you really need to be doing is stop thinking about Google. Start thinking about how you can provide a great user experience. And as long as you're doing that, you shouldn't really be impacted by these algorithm updates moving forward. Now, with that in mind, there are some definitely things that you need to put in there to align kind of with their algorithm. So, but always keep in mind with the user. Users first, Google second. So if you're doing something specifically for ranking purposes, but it doesn't really benefit that user, your end user in mind, then I would second guess it, because this could impact you further down the road. So some things that you could be doing on your site that could impact algorithm updates that you might be specifically doing for algorithm. Some examples of that are pushing out just a lot of blog posts that are not so great content, thin content, but you're just pushing a lot of stuff out there, maybe stuffing keywords and things like that. That's a bad strategy. Don't do that anymore. Push out long form, quality content, make it easy to read. So just long form content's not necessarily going to gain you rankings. You got to make it very easy to read. Subheadings, images, nice style guidelines, make good use of white space, internal linking so you can reduce bounce rates and so forth. All this stuff goes into user engagement and keeping people engaged. Creating content like this and making it easy to read is going to be shareable content. So when you start doing outreach and promoting this content, you should start building links to this content. This will help build your organic rankings. Links are a huge part of SEO still. But don't be going out and building links from article directories or things like this. This is just a bad approach, because these article directories are not targeting your target audience. Most likely they're not getting any quality visitors to their sites at all anyhow. That was a strategy used a long time ago, and if you're still doing that, I would stop it immediately and possibly even look at going back and disavowing those links, because all that's doing is hurting your site. The way you need to be promoting your content and building links to your content is from quality sites that you'd want those visitors from those sites going to your site. Those could be your, a target audience, people that could be buying from your brand. That's the type of links that you want to your site. So if there's no Google ever out there, these links benefit you, because these people that click on those links on those websites and come to your website could be buying from you. So when you think of it in that sense, think about it in the user experience. So as long as that link on that site and the person comes to your website is getting valuable information and it's easy to read, and you're offering relevant services and stuff through your site, then you should never have a problem with Google. You know, that's the thing. You might see slight shifts in data, but you won't see significant drops. So we've been monitoring all of our sites, you know, and everything's still inclining. And that's because this is the process that we follow. You know, we look at providing a great user experience, building links from quality sites that have our target audience in mind, and sharing it through audience that aligns with our target audience. You know, all this stuff creates citations for your brand name and stuff like that. So stop thinking about Google if that's really what you are. Because, I mean, if I talk to a lot of companies a lot of times, and they specifically say, hey, you know, we're doing this strategy because we know Google's algorithm does this, and it helps our site. Well, that's the case, and it might get you some rankings and uppick quick, but if you're doing it specifically for Google in mind, and there's no other benefit for your users, most likely at some point down the road, a couple months, a year, 2 years, you're going to see a drop-off. So just keep that in mind. So that's it. That's my 2 cents, my rant for today. Take care. Talk to you guys tomorrow.